After their embarrassing loss to the Indianapolis Colts a few weeks back, the Las Vegas Raiders have become one of the more complete teams in the NFL. Something happened after the home loss to the Colts. The defense that looked so inept over the first half of the season is suddenly playing well. The players that were called a bad fit for the system are suddenly capable of handling simple assignments in Patrick Graham's defense. And the offense, it's finally executing plays. It wasn't a situation where one or two people fixed the problem in Las Vegas. Everyone in the building deserves credit for the Raiders' recent success. The players and coaches have collectively elevated their game over the last 3 weeks, and the results have shown in the win column. What's going on, everyone? Red Zone Rosano here, back with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Las Vegas Raiders and why I believe they're about to do the unthinkable. It's been great watching the Raiders turn into a completely different team over the last couple of weeks. Please hit a like on the video. It does help the algorithm a ton. And please subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. I'm dropping NFL content almost every single day. So if you want to see more of that, definitely subscribe. And let me know if you want to see more Raiders content in the comments section down below. On Sunday, the silver and black look like a favorite, dominating the Chargers from start to finish as they continue to turn their season around. This team looks nothing like the one that fell to 2-7 after losing to Jeff Saturday and the Indianapolis Colts. And now this Raiders team looks like a team that is one to beat in a very tough AFC. The win against Los Angeles moved the silver and black to 5-7 on the season, and the slate really opens up for them to make a run down the stretch here. And it's all going to start this Thursday night on Thursday Night Football against the Los Angeles Rams team that does not have Matthew Stafford or Cooper Kupp, giving this Raiders defense a significant advantage. Las Vegas then welcomes New England in a primetime game and then goes to Pittsburgh on Christmas Eve. So the stage is set for a possible run for these Raiders, as the Raiders could very well go on a run to close the season out. The Rams game is one the Raiders are already big favorites in, and with how lost the New England Patriots have looked as of late, there is no reason Las Vegas does not win that one at home. And then you go to the game against the Steelers. Kenny Pickett has struggled as the starter in Pittsburgh. And then Jimmy G, he is out for the season with a broken foot. So all of a sudden, that game against the Niners as well becomes very winnable. Then the final game of the season is against Kansas City, who could have the #1 seed in the AFC already wrapped up by the time that game kicks off. So don't look now, but the Las Vegas Raiders could very well run the table and have a great chance to make the playoffs. Whatever happens from here on out, though, the Raiders have banded together to shake off a terrible start and have now become a legitimate team in the AFC. If they win out and get to 10 wins, they have an excellent chance to make the playoffs. And that would be one of the more remarkable playoff runs in NFL history. And I'm happy the Raiders are coming together. I had high expectations for this team, as many of us did, going into the season. And when they stumbled, I was saying to myself, this isn't Raiders football. I know they're better than this. And I just had a feeling that it was going to click sooner or later. I did not think this Raiders team was just going to simply go up in flames and that's it. And then after that loss to the Colts, that was the game where this Raiders team officially clicked. And you look at the specific connection of Derek Carr and Davante Adams, any doubts that surrounded the Las Vegas wide receiver Davante Adams heading into the season and even in the early stages of the season are now well behind the 5-time Pro Bowler and the rest of the Raiders offense. Adams looks like the Adams of Green Bay, and he has put together another Pro Bowl caliber season and just recently registered a season high 177 receiving yards in the Raiders' 27-20 win over the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday. And Derek Carr, he's been clutch. Say what you want about Derek Carr. This dude makes key throws when he needs to. I've always been a big fan of Derek Carr. I've always been a big believer of Derek Carr. And if this Raiders team is in fact going to do the unthinkable and win out and run the table, Derek Carr is going to be the man who is going to put this Raiders team in the best position to win. Derek Carr has what it takes. He's experienced. Yeah, sometimes he can make some bold-handed plays and people question, is this really the Raiders quarterback that can bring them to the promised land? I have no doubt in my mind when Derek Carr is engaged, when Derek Carr is in the zone, this is a winning quarterback. I mean, just look at the passion that he plays with. This dude was crying after one of the losses, expecting his team to play at a higher level. The Las Vegas Raiders, this team was under so much scrutiny over the last couple of weeks. All of a sudden, look like a team that is figuring it out, and they are getting it together right before our very eyes. Now, let's be real here. It is going to be very tough to actually run out the table, but I'm genuinely saying to all of you watching this video right now, I just have this feeling the Raiders can do it. If you think about last season, the Raiders got hot late. They made it to the postseason. So if there's one team that could get on a run and that can reel together a lot of wins in a row, it is this Raiders team, because they have enough talent on the football field to win games on both sides. That's why it was so shocking to me that they got off to such a poor start. I mean, people were saying this was a sleeper pick for getting to the Super Bowl, and then they completely fell off the wagon early on. So this was bound for the Raiders to figure it out, and I'm glad for Raiders Nation that this team has figured it out before the end of this season. And this season, it once looked like it was a lost season. This season seems like it is very much alive and well for the Las Vegas Raiders. So we'll see how the Raiders fare down the stretch here. They first got to take care of business. Thursday night, they're going to be favorites. They're going up against a Rams team that is very banged up. You can't take that game for granted. You got to go in that game with eagerness, and you got to just go out there and beat the Rams and not give them a shot in that one. And then we'll see what happens. I mean, I just ran down the schedule not too long ago. You can make a case for the Raiders winning each of their remaining games. So we'll see how the Raiders fare, but the Raiders look like a completely different team, and they are playing some fun and inspired football. What has your reaction been to the Raiders of late? Do you think they can very well do the unthinkable and run the table and sneak into the playoffs? The Las Vegas Raiders, they definitely have a hill to climb, but if there's one team that can do it, given their circumstances, I think it's this one. So let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Again, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, plus ring the bell. Let's blow up this video and help me hit 2K subs on this channel where I post NFL content. This is Red Zone Rosano signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.